Purpose of this video is not to upset anyone out there. It's simply an opinion piece based on things I've noticed and opinions that I hold. With that out of the way, let's begin. 2007's Gurren Lagann still holds its place as my favorite show of all time. And in its 10 years of existing, the show has created a dedicated fan base willing to pick apart every little detail and tribute, or just love the hell out of its over-the-top nature. I've already done a video explaining why Gurren Lagann is actually not as dumb as some people think, but I of course wanted to talk about it even more in celebration for being 10 years old this year. And what better way to celebrate that than with feminism? Please God, don't turn the video off. It gets better than that, I swear. Just hear me out. Look, I'm not going to act like modern feminism doesn't have its cancerous aspects, but as a whole, the movement has a purpose, and there are plenty of discussions to be had about its goals. Unfortunately, it's hard to deny that some modern feminists out there, specifically on platforms like YouTube or even Tumblr, can portray what most of us should already know, that every movement, fan base, or just group has its fair share of idiots. And one of the qualities I see with these idiots is that oftentimes they'll point at a character who happens to be well endowed and act like simply waving their finger at a large pair of breasts is enough of an argument for possible sexism by the designer or creator of said character. Yes, the jiggly bits are big. What other argument do you have though? And I've seen this argument pointed at Yoko, where some people, including dudes, will say that whoever made her just wanted to attract a perverted audience. Look, before I go into explaining why Yoko is awesome, let me explain why this sexist argument is bunk in certain cases. And please don't think of this as mansplaining. I'm not trying to act like this is the only important thing about this. It's simply just my thoughts on the matter. I'm not going to act like anime and video games and other media platforms don't have their fair share of characters that can be demeaning to women, but the idea behind constantly pointing at attractive girls and yelling "sexist" is actually making the person arguing that kind of sexist themselves. I know, weird to think of, but women are thinking people. They're smart, they're intelligent, they're the other sex. They're not that much different. They know when something is belittling them, and a girl with big assets isn't belittling. They can figure out when shit isn't right on their own. They don't need some big YouTuber holding their fucking hand and helping them cross the street. They can do it themselves. Oftentimes, a character like this, such as Bayonetta, Samus, or Lara Croft, are complete badasses who embody the idea of girl power. Now, with that out of the way, let's get back to Yoko. This is a character who, from episode 1, has consistently shown that she is not going to take shit from anyone. She is a key part of the plot in saving humanity, takes place in 2 wars, and kicks a ton of ass in both of them. And she's a teacher! If there's a resume you need to submit to become a certified badass, I think that's more than enough to get that certification. And yeah, strong female characters are nothing new, but I think Yoko does stand out for a few reasons. One reason is that, throughout the entire 27-episode runtime, she's really only needed saving once.
Do you have a death wish?
And that was after she was shooting someone, fell from the sky, which was probably enough to kill a normal person, and then after that she just had trouble moving. Plus she was being held captive by a giant mech. I think we can ignore this part. There are several other moments in the show where Yoko gives a middle finger to the female being captive cliché. The one that sticks out to me the most is in episode 6, Sit in the Hot Tub Till You're Sick. She and the other girls get captured by the Beastman controlling the giant hot spring gunman, and she is very vocal with how pissed off she is. And unlike the other girls, Yoko literally saves herself by shooting the chain with a pistol hidden in her hair and then running out like nothing happened, ready to kick more ass. One of the great things about Gurren Lagann is how each character does rely on each other, so nobody is really doing all the saving. The second reason is that Yoko is a mature character who evolves very clearly as the series progresses. In the beginning, she's a young woman with plenty of spunk and attitude, who is usually ready for a fight and willing to pull her trigger. She seems to be invigorated by a fight even. She's hot-blooded but still intelligent. After her experiences, she decides to leave her group and forge her own path, opting to teach the new generation lessons to make their lives better than hers. And let's face it, being a teacher is tough. They're basically badasses on their own. She has left her life of combat behind, and even a bit of her ego. When one of her students recognizes her in a picture portraying Team Daiguren in their heyday, she denies ever being part of it. When her island is attacked by rogue mechs and one of her students is kidnapped, she doesn't hesitate to save the girl and defeat them both with ease. But 2 of her quotes are very revealing to her change. When asked who she is, she simply says,
I'm a teacher.
She doesn't brag or try to instill them with fear, and during her fight, she also says this.
And you don't threaten people with violence!
And yeah, she still has her badass quotes during this fight, but it still fits the feel of the show, and it's not out of place even for her character. It's clear that her years of experience have cooled her down and made her a more mature woman. The final reason is that she isn't settled to just one role in the series. She isn't just the female badass or the smart one. She's also a love interest, even though she kisses two guys, but hey, 7 years apart, you have to move on, blah blah blah. Even if I can't. Yoko and Kamina will be together again one day, god damn it. She's a well-rounded character who isn't defined by just one role or trait throughout the series. Even other characters that I love to death, like Ursa Scarlet, do kind of fit in just 1 or 2 roles, which does kill me a bit to say, but gotta be honest. Yoko does more than just fighting. She learns, she evolves. Yes, being a badass is a trait of a strong female character, but Yoko sticks out for not just being a badass, but also being human, which is one thing that I praise Gurren Lagann for sticking to, the aspect of being human. So yeah, Yoko's fantastic. To this day, she's still one of my favorite characters of all time, and she is legitimately the reason I even searched out Gurren Lagann in the first place. So thank you, Yoko. I hope you inspire women out there to kick ass, take shit for nobody, and just be awesome. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. To all the Gurren Lagann fans who got pissed off every time I said mech instead of gunman, I apologize, but I'm not that much of a stickler, even if I am obsessed with the show. Make sure to check out my videos, also make sure to check my supporters, all that great stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.